Hey guys, this is Real Appalachia with Shane.
And Melody.
And the Crockett Tavern Museum behind us, which means only one thing.
We are in Morristown, Tennessee.
Morristown, Tennessee. We're going to show you all the sights and sounds that we can squeeze in, because it's a pretty big little town here.
Pretty big little town.
Pretty, anyway.
Anyways,
you'll know what we're talking about when we get on the road.
And we hope you like this video. If you do, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and let's get to it.
Let's do it. And here's a little look at the Crockett Tavern Museum. You can actually come in here and tour it. And we're not going to be able to do that today, but we're going to show you where it's set up on the place, the original site of Davy Crockett's childhood home. So his family lived here in this very spot. Now, this is a reconstructed cabin to look like what they would have been in.
Yes. And for anybody that may not know, Davy Crockett was a frontiersman, a politician, and a warrior, and he plays a big part in Appalachian folklore. But he is best known as the martyr at the Alamo in Texas's battle for independence.
And if you want to know even more about him, read my book, Legends of Lord of East Tennessee. I've got a whole chapter on Davy Crockett.
That's exactly right.
And he's got a nice little song about him and everything.
Yeah.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
That's it.
The sign has a little bit more information. The Crockett Tavern stood here, established and operated by John and Rebecca Crockett, the parents of David Crockett. It's the boyhood home of the pioneer and political leader of Tennessee who was later a victim of the Alamo massacre at San Antonio, Texas, which is exactly what Melody just told us.
That's exactly right.
Take another sweep about here and then we'll get on the road.
That's right.
Well, you know, every time I come to Morristown, I can't help myself. I've got to stop at Bethesda Cemetery here. So much history and hunting stuff.
I love this gate.
Yeah.
That is really beautiful.
Really is. Let's go in here and check it out. And we are at the beautiful Bethesda Cemetery. We're going to do a completely separate video about this cemetery because there's just too much history, too much to tell about it to just put in this video, but we wanted to show it since we're in Morristown. So be on the lookout for that video. Or, if it's several months down the road, look back for it.
It's a beautiful cemetery, but that church is really something.
And here is the Main Street downtown of Morristown, Tennessee.
This is exciting.
It is exciting, and as you can see, there's a second floor, but it's so loud right now, we'll tell that story when we get to the top.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it, but this is really nice.
I like that building up there, 1907.
Yeah, which the inspiration for the name 1907 Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Well, let's get up here. What do you say?
I say let's go.
And here is one of the many beautiful churches you'll see. This is just right off downtown area, but we wanted to show it because dadgummit, it's beautiful and we wanted to show it, right?
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yes, Morristown has beautiful churches.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah. Super loud.
Yeah, it's really loud. And here's the steps, though, man. You up for this challenge?
Yeah.
We'll die of exhaust if we don't get up here quick.
Yeah.
Oh, we made it. A little out of breath.
We made it.
But we're here at the second floor of the Skymart. And we'll talk a little bit more about this. I've hyped it up to death, but we'll get into the story here in a second.
It's really cool, though.
Yeah, it is. We just walked across this bridge that literally goes right across the traffic. And Melody freaked out, let's be honest.
A little bit.
I'm going to walk across.
Well, that rail is really low.
It is.
I hope they don't have any bars up here on the top. People.
Oh, that would be bad, wouldn't it?
Bad accidents. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to walk across a little bit to show you guys.
Oh, gosh.
I know. But you get to walk across the traffic. So it's pretty neat. It's a great vantage point. As long as you don't fall. But other than that small detail, yeah. All right, so the story begins back in the 1950s. You know, shopping malls started taking over and dominating downtown areas. So there started to be a really big push for urban renewal projects. So Morristown had the idea of building a second story to their downtown area, which is amazing. They spent $2 million. It took several years, and it ended up being completed in 1967. Well, all's well and good. They have it built, and it just never takes off. it has never, ever, ever really hit on any level. Even now, they still try to push it, and it's just not quite. It's got a few things going on up here, but just not enough to really get, you know, too excited about.
Yeah.
But it's such a great concept and idea. It ended up being the very first second-story concrete sidewalk in an American city, in the U.S. city. So it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
That is kind of crazy. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they keep trying to bring it back, and I hope to God it does, because it needs to be. This needs to be. It's such a great draw. I've come down here just to look at it.
Very nice.
Yeah, you get this great view, and then actually my daughter has come down here before to get pictures, and they do great work. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what else is awesome?
What?
Your shirt.
Oh my God, yes, Mountain Life.
Real Appalachia.
Yes.
Well, where'd you get that, Shane?
Well, glad you asked. You can go to our account and see it's on Teespring, but you can look it up, and we've got all kinds. This is upper level.
Drop in the
This isn't the very best one. We've got even better than this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's good.
It's good. It's one of the top ones. It's one of the top ones, but it's probably top 5 seller. Not something you see every day, is it?
No, that's really neat.
Yeah, an old automatic sprinkler fire alarm. This is authentic as can be. And there's a trash dump. I don't know that that's relevant, but it's there. Now, it wasn't completely thought out very well. As you can see, that second section over there kind of just dead ends. You walk up here, and you really can't go anywhere from there.
Yeah, we started out on that side, and I thought I noticed that, so I'm glad we went ahead and switched.
Yeah, because we would have got up there and had nowhere to go and just kind of dead-ended. Unless, I guess, maybe they have a pole you can shimmy down like a Batman.
Maybe.
I don't see it, though, do you?
I wouldn't want to.
No. No, I wouldn't either, but again, just another interesting piece of this up here. Well, this is a free advertisement for Through the Looking Glass Photos. She does fantastic work, though. She has done some for my children, and as you can see, you can get a gander at her work. She does a great job.
Oh, yeah.
It's really wonderful with children. So, I wanted to shout her out. Pretty cool little chalkboard here, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's coming soon. I don't know what's coming soon, but looks like that guy's already there. I love when they repaint these old signs.
Oh, I do too.
Refresh yourself, drink Coca-Cola. Delicious and refreshing. This used to be a ghost sign, but now it's back to life.
Yeah.
Resurrected.
How cool is that?
Yeah. We thought we'd show this to you too. You don't have to take steps necessarily. They do have a ramp that you can, if you're in a wheelchair or just prefer that kind of mode of coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people can't walk up steps, knees, or whatever.
Yeah, so this is meant for you.
Yeah.
So we pretty much walked the entirety of the Skymart here, and it becomes readily apparent why there's not many businesses up here. If you had any kind of merchandise, because we passed what was it? Used to be like a appliance store. And how can you imagine rolling up a refrigerator and, you know, on a daily basis stuff? It would get old. If you had any kind of merchandise, it'd be very difficult to do that. So limit your options.
Absolutely. Even like a restaurant, thinking about trying to get like deliveries, shipments and stuff in, furniture, and I mean, it would be hard. It would.
Yeah, if they put escalators in or an elevator somewhere, it'd probably make a world of difference.
Oh yeah.
A couple of elevators, so it would just, but the way it is now, it's just hard to get up here and down. You can imagine bad weather.
Oh yeah.
Kind of spooky. Oh gosh, can you imagine if it got icy up here too?
Oh gosh, yeah.
That would be terrifying. So
it would.
It makes sense. It's a daggone shame because it sounds on paper like a great idea, but the reality is
there's just not enough businesses either, really.
Yeah, right now there's not enough businesses and there's not enough people that, you know, what could you put up here? Photography is a great idea.
Unfortunately, America's not really built for small businesses right now, so.
Yeah, so that's a problem in and of itself. And then, but the great news is, we talked the bad news, the great news is the actual Main Street downtown seems pretty busy on the lower level.
Yeah, there's like that furniture boutique store, there's a wedding dress shop, looked really nice.
So, a lot of interesting things down there. They just haven't made it upstairs. So that makes perfect sense really when you get up here and look.
Oh yeah.
Pretty interesting little mural, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Looks like it shows the upper walk thing. What's it called?
Skymart?
Yeah.
It'll come to you. Well, we just walked down there. Pretty interesting walk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty steep. Like, I would be scared if I was in a wheelchair coming down there.
I'm telling you, if we had advice for the good folks of Morristown, it would be to put in a better system of getting up there. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know if you can have an outdoor type of escalator system, but that would be great. Or some type of elevators. That could make all the difference in the world, but as it stands right now, it's a little scary and hairy, especially with any kind of bad weather.
Oh, yeah.
So like we were saying on the second level, we're back down on the first, but they have all kinds of neat little downtown stores like this Old Town Variety Mall.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they closed at 3. It's a little past that, so we missed it. But
they have little neat displays, and they even have a Tennessee ghost walk when it's down. I'd like to do that sometime.
I know, definitely so.
Yeah. But this is the kind of downtown businesses you like to see.
Oh yeah.
So that mom and pop, legitimately owned small businesses.
Yes. Christian bookstore up there on the right.
The stuff you're not going to find in the malls.
Yeah.
The mall can't compete with it because it doesn't have anything like it. So.
Right.
Yeah. I know we're showing a lot of this, but I just love the look of that.
Yeah.
There's something about that second story. Maybe, like you were saying before, it'd be nice to convert some of those into apartments or something, maybe.
Yeah, and look at this store. They got a little church birdhouse. How cute is that?
Oh, yeah.
They have a really cute vintage and antique stores on this little main strip.
Yeah, this is vintage this and that. So check them out when you're in Morristown. At a better hour than us.
Yes.
And we're off, showing you a little swoop through this downtown area. Which fortunately you can kind of see the second story from our camera vantage point.
Yes. How cool is that?
Yeah. We got lucky with that one, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And we're heading towards the courthouse now, right?
Yeah. Lord willing, the creek don't rise, I was going to say.
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, yes. The courthouse is beautiful, and there's so many beautiful and historic homes, and you know there'd be no way to show all of them and everything.
It's such a big city.
Yeah, especially if you like.
Well, for us, I know a lot of people laugh at that. It's like walking apart. But,
well, you just set me up for the population in 2020 was a little bit over 30,000, so that's pretty big for us.
That is. It's one of the larger ones. It's a little bit bigger than I expected it to be honest with you. Even though I've heard of a lot of people from here, but.
Well, what cracked me up is you talked like all day about how big of a place this was and how there's all kinds of people. And then when I'm like, oh, it's 30,000, you're like, what? It's that much? So there's just always something exciting.
Yeah, that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes.
We touched on this a little bit before, but a lot of pretty churches here. This is one of the prettier places for churches that I've seen.
Oh yeah, there's beautiful churches and they're huge.
Yeah.
They're all really big.
Yeah, just like this one here to the right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's massive, added on, looks like a college campus or whatever.
It does. Like, I really thought that it was something with a good college campus.
So it's the First Baptist Church, and we're taking a turn down Church Street, ironically, to get to the courthouse. So. Yeah. Did not know that was not planned.
There's a little strip of different churches here.
Yeah.
It's hard to say ethnicities, but and denominations of churches.
Well, there is definitely ethnicities too. There's a lot
of that too.
Strong Hispanic population here now.
Yeah. So the first European settler was a man named Gideon Morris, and he was a farmer. And before Gideon Morris, the land was inhabited by the Cherokee Indians. So, like a lot of areas around here. But the town of Morristown was officially established in 1855. And it really thrived because it was at the intersection of two major stagecoach routes. So, and now it's right off Interstate 81. So it's
where we are,
bustling.
Right in front of the courthouse. So we'll hop out and pan around on this and tell you a little bit about the courthouse and this Rose Center that's right under view too. So
I love that Rose Center.
I do too. There's something about it, but let's pull over and talk about that. What do you say?
Let's do it. So Morristown is the county seat of Hamlin County, and this is the beautiful Hamlin County Courthouse. And Hamlin County was organized in 1870 from parts of Jefferson, Granger, and Hawkins counties. This courthouse was finished in 1874 on land donated by Barnett, Folsom, Morris, and Murphy, just cutting it short there. Yeah. And then they added on in 1955 and 1956, and then they did major renovations in 1969.
Well, it looks like the renovations have held up really well, haven't they?
Yeah, it has. I'd say that they've done some other renovations since then. It just looks too nice.
Yeah, that paint job looks like it's certainly newer than that.
I'd say they have to do that every few years, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so very pretty.
Yeah, very pretty old courthouse. We'll show another vantage point from it, but there's even a better look at it, actually, as Melody pointed out.
Oh, yeah.
We have found The $1 million view right here.
Oh yeah, I love this courthouse. It's gorgeous.
I do too. I love that clock on the top.
I know.
I better zoom in and let people see the detail of this thing. It's just beautiful.
We're kind of in a memorial circle here out front too, so this is nice.
Yeah, it is. They've got, I mean, every war you could think of. War with Mexico, acknowledges being the home of Davy Crockett, Iraq War, Civil War, you name it.
Look at the copper ceiling, the little flat part. You see that?
Yeah.
Like it's like the green. I love that.
Yeah, the patina.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Very pretty.
Look at the size of that.
Yeah, this kind of gives you an idea of how big this courthouse really is. And it's huge.
It is. If it's a great white shark, you know what they'd say?
What?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Jaws fanatic.
I can't help but slip a Jaws reference in every now and then. You don't see these much anymore, do you?
No, it's a Hamlin County bicentennial time capsule, and it was established in 2020, and it will be opened in 2070. I love this. I love stuff like this.
I'm thinking I might stick around just to, you know, just to spite people so I can come up here and see that when it comes out.
Yeah, you should.
It'll be just before my 100th birthday.
There you go. I think that's really cool. We did one in my elementary school. I don't know if it's been opened yet.
Yeah, that's pretty neat though to think that people are doing that again, because
yeah.
I wonder what they put in there.
I don't know. I can't remember what we did when I was in school. I probably put something about like Spice Girls in there.
So we can expect from 2020 Drake,
yeah.
maybe some Justin Bieber or something.
Maybe.
Couldn't leave without showing this building too, the Rose Center.
Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. Like the Victorian brick style. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, just got a bird flying out of there right now up the top.
Yeah.
They're remodeling it obviously right now.
Yeah. So the Rose Center is Morristown and Hamlin County's community cultural center, like an arts center, but it was Morristown's first co-ed public high school, and it was first built in 1892. It's named for a Civil War hero, a Confederate soldier named Judge James G. Rose, and he was on the school board, or the chairman of the school board at the time that it was constructed, and it operated as a school until 1975, and then it was redone. The roof was redone at that time and reopened as the cultural center. So
really cool.
Yes.
You know what they say about a Rose Center, don't you?
What?
The Rose Center by any other name would be just as sweet. Shakespeare.
I'm a rose.
Yeah, you're a rose.
Yeah. I guess it takes a lot of work, but you know, every rose has its thorn. Well, they also call it the castle too, by the way.
These are rose-colored glasses. Oh, I'm getting into John Conley territory. We went too far now.
We went too far. Let's go. Here's a stop sign. Shane, stop sign.
Where?
Good job.
I don't see it.
Well, that was more of a stop than you normally do. I'm proud of.
A lot of people call it a California roll, but I call it a Appalachia roll. It's a...
I said that before.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I did say that. You took that from me.
I stole your thunder. I'm sorry.
You stole my thunder. So, picking up where we left off with the history, after the English settler came in, Morristown was established in 1855. Yada, yada, yada. So, there was a lot of turmoil. Oh, that's a really nice park over there.
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
That out. There was a lot of turmoil in Morristown during the Civil War, like a lot of places in our area in Appalachia. But there was actually a change of control from Union to Confederate forces during the Civil War here. So
it was bitterly divided. One of the more divided towns around, or cities.
Yeah, and we see that a lot with East Tennessee towns.
Oh, yes.
A lot of division between Union and Confederate.
Yeah, very much pro-Union in a lot of pockets, which you might not expect, but...
Right. But after the war, Morristown really continued to grow. It was a really nice little railroad town, and it just become the popular hub that it is. And, you know, 30,000 people right now. What did I read? Like 100 companies in the area.
That sounds about right. It's massive.
Yeah. So, good workforce here. You know, I've heard of people moving to Morristown to work in like factories and stuff they have in the area.
Yeah, so. To be fairly local to where we're from, yeah, it's got some pretty good options.
So, talking about people commuting to work or moving here for work, in 2019 there was a report that said a daytime population was around 118,600 people.
Holy smokes.
Yes, that would commute into the city from surrounding counties and communities. Isn't that wild?
That blows my mind.
I do.
Sherwood Park to this right of us, by the way.
We kind of touched on that Davy Crockett grew up in Morristown with his dad, and they established a tavern in 1794, which is where the Crockett Tavern Museum is now.
Yes.
Where we started out. Yeah, so.
Well, I know a few famous people from here. I don't know who they talk about, but the first person that comes to mind is a professional wrestler named White Lightning Tim Horner. Mm-hmm. And the reason I laugh about that is there's this infamous YouTube video of Jim Cornette, who was a manager, a very famous manager in wrestling, that just rips Horner a new one. It just, you know, and it's just comical. I've heard both sides of the story, and I'm sure there's something in the middle, but it's just funny to hear him just go off on him. But so White Lightning Tim Horner, I've seen him wrestle in person, by the way.
Oh, how cool!
And a boxer, Frankie Randall, was from here, and he was world champion, and he was the very first guy, the first to beat the great legendary Julio Cesar Chavez, who a lot of people think is the best Mexican boxer of all time, which is a major claim.
Oh, what?
But Frankie Randall dropped him, and I don't know. And well, I know you're not a big boxing fan like I am, but the surgeon,
I'm listening.
Frankie Randall, he passed away a year or so ago. Tragically, he was a very young man, but good guy too. Very likable dude. And also, Ricky Parkey was a boxer from here too. He didn't quite hit that level, but just throw out the people I know.
Yeah. Well, in talking about sports, Morristown also has a minor league baseball team, or it had several from until the 60s.
Okay.
But yes, they had the Jobblers, they had the Roosters, and they had the Red Sox.
Oh, I bet.
But I guess that they're no longer active. Right. You know more about this.
No, I don't know that much about that minor league baseball, because they've changed up a lot of stuff here lately.
Yeah.
I do know that Morristown is sometimes referred to as Motown, and I love that.
That is really neat.
The coolest nickname of all.
That is really neat.
Didn't it claim to be the disc golf capital of Tennessee?
I think you told me that. Yeah. Yeah, the sports stuff I can't keep up with that so much, but I know a lot of people have interest.
Yeah, we're rolling through kind of a combination of residential and commercial area where hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be ending up at the mall here.
Yeah. There's actually several like boxers listed that I had seen.
Okay.
Which one did you name?
Ricky Parkey and Frankie the Surgeon Randall. He was
okay, yeah.
Great fighter.
Yes.
Oh, we're almost at the mall. Get excited.
So we were actually talking about Lily Tomlin last night, me and you.
That's an odd person for us to talk about, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, her comedy writer was from Morristown. Jane Wagner was her name. Yes.
That's weird.
Or is her name. She's actually 87, still alive.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So she's a screenwriter and a director and a producer.
So we just went by the Waffle House, and then...
And speaking of her, in her early career, she actually toured at the Barter Theater in Abingdon.
You're kidding?
Yeah, closer to home for us.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I love those ties. Cutting through with no regard for lanes or anything else.
Oh, yeah.
But there is still a vibrant-looking Long John Silver's.
It's a new one. They're like newly remodeled.
I know.
That's impressive.
I've got to show that. That's got to, because that will not be here years from now. But anyway. Other than that, we have reached the mall in Morristown, which I forgot the name of it, but
the Morristown Mall.
Maybe. I don't think so, but
well, let's see. They got
something square here.
Oh yeah, we see it. So they got Dick's, Ulta, Kohl's, Belk, all the normal mall stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty good little commercial area though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed this look at Morristown, Tennessee.
Yes, this is a wrap, but we've enjoyed the day here, and especially the Skymart. So.
Oh, the Skymart and these churches, too. We just had to stop at this one, too. The Centenary Methodist Church. Look at that door.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And
Beautiful
all the stained
churches.
glass. Yeah,
Yes.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
check out Morristown if you're in this area.
Yes, and also check out our other channel, Real Shayna Melody. Check out our t-shirts we have for sale. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can have this Mountain Life Real Appalachia t-shirt if the price is right or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah. We will see you on down the road.